What's going on YouTube? How's everybody doing? It's your good boy Tone Space. I ain't been doing videos like that because, to be honest with you, ain't really been shit interesting for me to talk about. I mean, you got this story, you got that story. Any of y'all that watch South Park, I kind of been feeling like Stan Marsh, where the whole world turned to shit and he was just not interested in anything. That's kind of like the zone I'm in. Like, everything is okay, interesting. But anyway, what I do like is I'm a huge Tupac fan, and actually all three of these people on the screen are interesting because this guy is my favorite artist of all time. This guy looks like he could be my pops, and that dude is, I have a similar build and stature to him, and of course I'm just as intimidating as that man was at his height, right? So anyway, what we're going to talk about right now is a little story that's kind of been making its way through the airwaves, got a little viral. Basically, Ice-T, Pop Duke's right there, he is going to host a show called Who Shot Biggie and Tupac. It's going to be a 2-hour special. It's coming on this Sunday, September 24th on Fox. Don't miss it. Now, honestly, when I was looking to do this little story, I just found this tidbit. I didn't even know about this. Check this shit out right here. I'm going to read this thing to you, right? 2-hour special to feature an unreleased recording of Biggie talking about Shakur's September 1996 shooting. What? I gotta watch that. I'm somewhat a wrestling fan, and I think No Mercy comes on that Sunday night, but I'm going to be flipping between the two. I'm going to watch one later, and I'm gonna watch the Tupac shit live, because I got to hear that track with the rest of y'all. So we're going to do that. You know, we all going to be peeping that. I don't know what time. I don't know why I can't find the time, but I'm assuming sometime during prime time, Sunday evening. So do check your thing, East Coast, West Coast, whatever. Probably 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. I don't know. Check just to verify it yourself. Let me read a little bit about this here. Fox will explore the still unsolved murders of Tupac Shakur and the notorious B.I.G. in an upcoming special hosted by Ice-T and Soul Dad O'Brien. Set to broadcast September 24th, Who Shot Biggie and Tupac promises to air new details from the investigations as well as never before heard accounts of the murders, The Hollywood Reporter writes. People involved in the investigations, police officers, informants, and more will provide on-camera interviews for the 2-hour special, as well as accounts from associates like Dougie Fresh, Funk Master Flex, Suge Knight, and Little C's. And the dude that's just halfway as intimidating as I am, Suge Knight, is actually the reason that brings me to your YouTube space right now, right? Pun intended. Because what's been going a little viral is this little audio clip that I guess is going to air on the special, and I'm just going to play the shit off my little iPad. Y'all be able to hear it, and we're going to chop it up about that for a couple seconds. Okay, here go the clip.
When Pac died.
When Pac died.
If he really did.
If he really did.
If he really died. What do you mean by that?
I mean, when I left that hospital, me and Pac was laughing and joking. So I don't see how somebody can turn from doing well to doing bad.
So you seriously think that he might still be alive?
I'm going to tell you that Pac, you never know.
Oh, there you go.
All right. That's the audio clip that I guess we're going to hear more about, hopefully a little more details when the show starts. But they've been using that little audio clip as a promo thing to really get props for this special that's going to go on. And I'm telling you, it's going to bring it. It's the shit that got me involved in it to want to peep it, like, really. Now, let's talk about it for a hot second. My man Suge right here. It's not the first time. Anyone that's familiar with this type of shit, it's not the first time that Suge has went on record and mentioned the idea of Tupac not dying in September 96, right? When he had the Bompton shirt, TMZ interview. Well, you know, if Pac died and he, you know, blah, 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 blah. Another time, I'm just breezing past that because I actually forgot the details. But look it up on YouTube. Look up TMZ Suge Knight when he had the Bompton shirt on, and you'll hear more details. But one joint I do remember is the one where he was by the beach. It's another example where he was talking about that he paid the coroner, or he paid someone related to handling death and dead bodies, paid him $2 or $3 million, and he said poof, the dude vanished. And he was also saying that Pac was probably alive in that one as well. And then I think there was another like little, you can look it up on YouTube, it's like an audio clip, like in the video it actually shows like a tape reel or whatever, and in that one as well he was saying that yeah, Pac didn't die. And then the people, he was on a radio show, they were saying something like, oh, you're going to start a whole nother something or another, all right? Now, so Suge is no stranger to doing stuff like this. Some people say that he's been doing it just for the attention. I'm torn between two beliefs. Then this is what brings me to this video, because I have a very interesting stance on this. I'm torn between two beliefs. Two beliefs. One belief would be the possibility that Pac did actually die in September, and that it was a hit orchestrated by police, right? And a name Reggie Wright comes to mind, who was a police officer or whatever. Now, he and Suge are tied together somehow. There was like an audio tape where they both spoke to each other, and I don't think the contents of it have been released. I think someone went to jail based on it. A lot of this I found today. I should have took down the dude's name. It's this white guy that was talking about this, and I like to give props where it's due. So perhaps in the description I'll give credit to where I got this piece of information from. And the belief that he said, which kind of resonates with me, is he said that Suge probably got dirt on Reggie White probably got dirt on Suge. So Reggie White was probably like, look, let's deflect. You're not going to implicate me, even though I'm an asshole that had to do with the shit. Me talking as if I were Reggie White. And but in turn, I'm not going to bring up your bullshit, whatever bullshit Suge was on, potentially, right? But run with the narrative that Tupac is alive. Run with that narrative to deflect from implicating me, Mr. Reggie White Jr. There's also a senior that did who the fuck knows what. I don't know. And it's also not going to implicate you, Suge Knight. So just run with that narrative that Pac never died, confuse people, get people all caught up in that shit, and it'll take attention off of me, and it'll take attention off of you. One theory, right? It made a lot of sense when I saw the white guy talking about it like that, because prior to that, I was just thinking, well, Suge probably done fell off. He's just trying to get attention, so he's gonna run with that narrative or whatever. Because if you notice, Tretch is another one that for a while was running with the narrative, well, if Pac is alive, I ain't gonna tell you. He in Cuba, but we can't tell people. And then they had the thing where he thought that he wasn't being recorded, and then he was talking about Pac being alive, which I think was all set up. I think they knew the shit was recording. He was gonna make believe that a tape recorder, that his convo was secret, but meanwhile he knew the shit was recording. My opinion. I mean, I could be totally wrong, which is gonna lead to my second belief that I play around with, and that belief is that shit that Pac did survive. But I go a little deeper than that. I want you to look up a guy, or a couple guys, I believe, under the name Tupac Hoax. Look that name up on YouTube and just watch them videos. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But in conjunction with what those people do, they do some great work, great revelations. They use great discernment. They connect a lot of different dots in relation to Pac from the inception of his career until that supposed fateful day when he got shot or whatever. They do great work, but they definitely go with the narrative that Pac is alive, but there's a twist, and I'm not even going to blow the twist up for you. I just want y'all to check out Tupac Hoax. Tell me what you think. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of torn between both of those things, because I see supporting evidence in both. I definitely see a lot of supporting evidence that says that it was a hit orchestrated by police and maybe more, maybe government or whatever. And I see a lot of evidence that also supports the notion that Pac may have never been shot. Both instances. Check out Tupac Hoax for more of that. So yeah, that's just about it. I just wanted to chop it up about that. So yes, if you're watching this before September 24th, 2017 at whatever evening, Central, Eastern, Western Standard Time, then I want y'all to tune in and watch that, whatever the shit's called, the Biggie and Tupac murders, featuring a new one or an unheard recording of Biggie recapping Pac getting shot and all that shit like that. Also check out, I'll leave a link in my description or whatever, Battle Rap Live. It's a new channel I got. I'm about to do something that's smoking. Y'all gonna love it, so please subscribe to that, y'all. Alright? So, let me see y'all on the next one.